What's up everyone, this is Dream, and today we're getting the Brainpan achievement, which are going to get 6 other achievements along the way. So for that we are heading into Forge and we're doing Halo 3. So we're going to be doing the last 6 maps on this list here, and we're going to be trying to find skulls that are only found in these last 6 maps, and we're going to be starting with Assembly. So here we are on Assembly, and from wherever you want to, or from wherever the game forces you to spawn, we're just gonna head to the center. And as you can see in the structure in the center, you've got kind of like 2 vents or pipes connecting to the central pillar. So just check each one. I checked the wrong one first, wrap around the other side, and check the other one, and then it's at the top of the max height, but then you'll find the skull. So press up on the D-pad to enter Forge mode. Press up on the D-pad to exit it right over top of the skull. You'll land onto the vent, pick up the skull with whatever your interact button is, and that's the first one on our list. Also, every time you finish with a skull, if you go to end game and press yes, you'll notice that it says, depending on what team you're on, red team wins. So that'll actually count towards your multiplayer wins too. If you'd like to boost for those, you can do so. Our next one is on Orbital. From wherever you start, we want to get to the center of the map. So just enter Forge mode, hold left trigger, and you can fly faster. And then we want to get over to where the rocket spawns. And from the rocket spawn location, you see the pit of death. Up kind of at the top, I'm going to get to a lower spot just so that you can kind of see it from where the starting spot. So the second set of blue lights, we're going to fly up there, and you're going to find the skull. And you kind of want to... there's a tiny little lip, and you want to angle yourself above it so that you can land on it. So when you exit Forge mode, just hold forward and then hold your interact button, which for me is X. So now we're on to the more challenging one, which is Sandbox. I've kind of built myself a little pillar up here just so that I can show you. This actually doesn't exist. But over at red base kind of side, we're looking towards the sun, and then we're going to look on the right hand side of the pillar close to the sun and into the biggest divot. And if you zoom in with a sniper rifle, which you don't have access to unless you create it with Forge mode, you can see the skull there. I was just doing that for your purposes. Once we're onto the ground, we're going to build a tube corner, and from that tube corner we're going to use that as shelter to get all the way to the skull. So you can press X to access the Forge menu, and then we're just going over to scenery and finding the tube corner. Then once we've found it, kind of keep it on the inside of these lights. If you go too far out, you hit the boundaries, and then some turrets end up shooting you down, which is why we need this tube corner. So from the inside of the tube corner, we want to just kind of grab it and drag it along with us in the direction of where our skull is. It looks really shaky just because I'm really close to the ground. So if you don't want to see that shakiness, just lift yourself up a little bit, and the shakiness will stop. It's just the object is clipping with the ground. So once we reach once we've reached all the way to the skull, we're gonna just drop it as closely as we can without accidentally covering up the skull. Exit Forge mode, grab it, turn around, get back in. Achievement pops. Doesn't matter if you get shot out here like I did. It'll still pop as soon as you respawn, which I've left that in for you to see, just so that there's no worries. Next, we're heading to Citadel. So from wherever you want, or from wherever you spawn, I don't know why I keep saying that. From wherever you spawn, head to the center. We're going to get to the rocket launcher that's in the center of the map. And you're going to notice you've got a gold side and a blue side. We want to go to the blue side. So then we're going to fly through. We're going to go through the little hole and then look up from here, and you can kind of see the skull. It's really hard to describe. I mean, the map's just, shapes. And then we're going to kind of sneak up into this cubby. Don't go too far up or too close to the skull, otherwise it'll relocate you. And then we're just going to exit Forge mode while holding our interact button. So now we're on to Heretic, and I'm not going to say what I've said like multiple times. So from wherever you spawn, not from wherever you'd like to spawn, we're going to head to the center of the map, and we're kind of where the sword is. We want to see blue base, and you can see the skull is like clearly there. So just enter Forge mode. I give myself a little height because this is going to be one that we want to catch on our fall. So just exit Forge mode, hold down that interact button, and grab it while you're falling. Our last skull is on Longshore, so here we've got the catwalk and the turret. It's kind of the pinnacle of the entire map, and we've got a sign over there that says something about fish foreman fish. I don't know. We're going to head over to the vent and that you see here, and we're kind of go right where the bend ends, and you can see the skulls there, and we want to land onto the support. So just press up, hold the interact button in case you miss the support on your way down, and that way you can still get the skull while you're falling to your death. Anyways, that's all the skulls. That should unlock both your final achievements for the multiplayer skulls. Like and subscribe if this video got you some gamer score, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Hey there, if you liked this video, click the sleeping cat on the left. If you're an achievement/trophy hunter, click this cat on the top right. And if you're new to this channel, click the sticking out leg to subscribe.